You know, sometimes I think as a professional, we talk about the levels of toughness and how hard certain things are and what you got to do. To me, one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, and I think, is scrapping practice. I mean, you go out and you spend 3 days on the water, and what you're really doing is you're building you a security blanket, something that gives you a confidence level, something that's your security area. This is the area I think I get bit in it. It's almost like you're Linus and you're just knitting the blanket, you know, this is my confidence blanket. And then you have storms and fronts and cancellations, and you don't even get to fish the first day or something. So then it becomes, you're driving to the ramp and you just throw Linus's blanket out the window and you put the boat in the water and you're thinking, today I'm gonna start from ground zero, scratch right here, I'm gonna just take off. That's the hardest thing I think of any angler, is trusting your gut instinct on some of the biggest days of your career. Anybody can trust their instincts on practice day because they don't keep score. But when the chips are against you and you know you got to take off in the ramp and the lake's been blowed out and the water temperature's dropped 15 degrees, establishing that raw confidence to say, I can go somewhere and get bites. That's the trick. That's the hardest thing to do. And the way I've learned to work through it and do it is I know every day I put the boat in the water, if I fish hard, I'm gonna get 5 to 10 bites, just about anywhere. So you just about have to go into that knowing that I'm gonna get 5 to 10 bites, and don't sweat the small stuff, just go fishing. So building the confidence and throwing the blanket out the window of confidence, scrapping practice, oh yeah, baby, it's tough. There ain't nothing like just throwing it all out the window, starting over. I would like to see a tournament where you had to rig up, like couldn't have nothing tied on and the guy had to rig up, you know, like a timing deal. You just had to rig up and catch 5. You know, you don't sit there and spool up 31 rods and go idle around. I'm talking about Skoda sitting there on the water and him go. You know, tearing in your boxes. There'll be some dry knots. You won't be wetting all them knots. Man, just be trying to get a cast out there. You'll see who's just as efficient as they can be, though. That's what I'm impressed with. Some guys are very efficient with a very little bit of time. Well, you know, they're not very elaborate in their approach, but they're efficient with what they work with. But the drawback to that is the more you compete, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you own. The more you own, the more you have to sort through every day. The more techniques you learn, the more confident you feel doing everything. The more confident you feel, you find yourself just, you know, you be wanting to do everything. Like right now, I'm throwing a swim bait on a 12-pound line around these docks because it was tied on. I'm looking for a better